Have you ever had a moment where everything felt flat? Not tragic, not catastrophic, just empty. The goals, the routines, the things that used to excite you, suddenly they feel meaningless. If that has happened to you, I want to say something important. That feeling is not the end of something. It is the middle of something. Most people panic when meaning drops out of their life. They assume something is wrong. They think, I'm depressed, I'm ungrateful, I am broken, or I need a new goal immediately. So they rush and rush and rush to fill the gap. More productivity, more stimulation, more distraction. But what if meaninglessness is not a malfunction? What if it's a transition? Meaning is usually borrowed from culture, family, achievement, or comparison, social reward. For a long time that works. You chase milestones, you check boxes, you move forward, because the system around you tells you what matters. But eventually, for some people, that script stops landing. And when it does, everything can feel hollow. Not because life has no meaning, but because the meaning you inherited no longer fits. When meaning drops, your brain reacts fast. It does not like uncertainty. It likes direction, reward, structure, clear outcomes. And when those disappear, it interprets the gap as danger. That is why meaninglessness often feels heavy or dull or slightly unsettling. It's not existential collapse though. It is your system realizing the old map is outdated. There's often a period where old goals do not motivate you, and new goals haven't formed yet. Success feels performative, distractions feel thin. This is called the flat phase. And most people try to escape it immediately. But the flat phase has a purpose. It clears noise. When everything feels meaningless, something subtle is happening. You are no longer satisfied with borrowed meaning. You want something internally coherent, something chosen, something aligned. But that shift doesn't arrive with fireworks. It often arrives as emptiness first, because the system has to clear before it rebuilds. There is a difference between nothing matters and old things do not matter anymore. Those are not the same sentence. Nihilism says nothing has value. Transition says value is being recalibrated, and that recalibration can feel like loss, but it is also growth. If meaning never collapsed, you would never question it. You would live on autopilot. Meaninglessness interrupts that. It forces space, and space is uncomfortable. But space is also where self-authored meaning forms. Not inherited, not pressured, not performed. Chosen. What helps is not forcing purpose. It is allowing pause, reducing noise, stopping the rush to define yourself immediately. So instead of asking, what should I care about? Try asking, what feels honest right now? Even if the answer is small or uncomfortable, even if the answer is quiet, clarity doesn't come from panic. It comes from stillness. Over time, something subtle happens. You begin to care again, but differently. Not because you are chasing approval, but because something feels internally true. That motivation is slower, but stronger. Less dramatic, but more stable. So if everything feels meaningless right now, it doesn't mean you lost your depth. It might mean you are outgrowing borrowed definitions of meaning. And again, the gap feels uncomfortable. But it is not empty, it is clearing. And clearing is not collapse, it's preparation. Not louder, just clearer. If this helped you understand the phase you are in right now, you can stay. And remember, you are guided.